Hi everyone, Ben here from Sydney Fruit Gardening, and I'm back from holidays. So I was away in Japan with the family for a couple of weeks. Fantastic place, really should visit if you get the opportunity. I'll post a couple of pictures from fruit and some wasabi farm or a wasabi farm that I visited over there, just to show you how they grow wasabi for your interest as well. So I'll do a little bit of Japan content at the end, but happy to say the garden survived whilst I was away. It even has flourished a little bit, so a lot of things that are flowering and fruiting, and a few new things that are fruiting for the first time as well, which is really exciting. So I'll take you through what's going on. I'll start with the apples behind me. I've got a few new varieties of apples that are fruiting for the first time, which is really cool. I'll take you through the other areas of the garden after that. So I'll swing you around and let's start. Right, I'm in this corner, so let me just show you the coffee tree first. This is doing really well, shooting off a lot of new growth, which is great. I've got the Yukon starting up behind it over there. The first apple tree here, we've got predominantly Fuji, and that has set fruit already. A lot of Fuji apples growing, but I also have this Dorset Golden graft over here, which has got a number of fruit on it, which are doing really well. The Dorset Golden is, of course, an early variety of apple, so that'll fruit probably around the second week of December. We'll be eating those. This is the next one. This is predominantly Akani apple. So we've got a few Akani flowers that have just started to set fruit over here. Yeah, there's some there. We've got, this is Carrington. These are a small, kind of mushy apple, to be honest. They get to the size of a billiard ball. I don't love them, but they are an important pollinator that kind of bridges the super earlies to the earlies. So they're a bit of a bridge between Dorset and a tropic sweet, and then on to things like Sundowner, Fuji, John Gold, some of those guys. Got Lady Williams. This is a really late variety. That one's flowering there. Pinkerbell over here is grafted on, as well as a russet apple, which is set fruit at the back there. This is a craft that I actually did this year, and it's already set fruit as well on it. This is Rosy Manila. Got Tropic Beauty, not Tropic Sweet, Tropic Beauty. That's another variety, South African variety that's set fruit over there. Down here, John Gold. John Gold set fruit. And then we head up to Blue Pearmain over here. And this one is a bit of a picky one. Doesn't always set fruit, but this year it's done well. Kind of happy with my pruning this year. I think I've pruned it a little differently, which has helped. Braeburn hasn't yet flowered. No, this is Devonshire Quarantine, so that hasn't yet flowered. Braeburn has flowered, and there's a couple of fruit that might set there as well as up here. Next tree is predominantly Pinkerbell. It's in flower at the moment, and we've had some fruit set as well. Got Sundowner over here. That's fruit set. Or set fruit. Red Delicious, which I think we've got a couple of fruit set over there. This one's Peas Good Non-Such. Got a couple of flowers. And Calville Blanc either. That's it. Flowering up the top there and set fruit, I think. So there's a few that I haven't had before, like Calville. The Red Delicious, that's the first time Red Delicious really cold climate apple, so it normally doesn't do that well. Kids, actually, yeah, Kids Red Orange Pippin, Orange Red Pippin, that's the first time that's set. Rosy Manila as well. So yeah, we're going to try a few new varieties this year, which is fantastic. We've got Mutsu. This is a giant Japanese apple. Really gets quite large. So that's set some fruit and flowering over there. Golden Delicious hasn't woken up yet. So there's some of the apples doing really well. Turn you around. We've got the Kucha. Yeah, it keeps getting these fungal infections, so I need to spray it again with some Munkazeb. But it's starting to shoot out some new growth, which is great. Doing really well in this spot. I'm very happy with my peach tree. The cover stayed on whilst I was away, and we've got some peaches that are starting to set. Well, not set, they're starting to even ripen up a little bit. So you can sort of see heaps in there. They're actually a bit small right now. They're about billiard ball sized or lower. So we're just going to, I hope they don't ripen up when they're too small, but we'll have to see how things go. I did pick one the other day and tried it. Definitely wasn't sweet enough yet. This is the, as I said, the early beauty peach, and it's the yellow fleshed variety, which I tend to find are sweeter than the white flesh, for me anyway. All right, Rollinia. So the last remaining Rollinia that were bagged up kind of rotted and fell off. Too small. Another one there. So that's done. But there's lots of flowers starting up now. They're quite small still, but yeah, I'm quietly confident that this is, the Rollinia is going to work here, even though the fruit wasn't good the first time. If I can get fruit set a little bit earlier so they don't have to overwinter, and just as the tree gets bigger, I think we'll get better results. So that's going well. The Eugenia itaguahensis, which is a dwarf grumachama, has set a couple of fruit just there and over here. So they're really small still, but I've had one fruit from this. I really need to, I think, just expand the space below it where the tree ring around it, give it a bit more space to grow, and also put some better soil around it. I've probably ignored it a little bit, to be honest. Jackfruit's doing all right here. And the always forget this one, guys. It's the Australian one, the Cape something. I want to say Cape Cod, but it's definitely not that. It's Cape something. It's Eugenia. I'll put the name up in the video on the screen, and when I go back and edit it. It did flower, but it hasn't set. So we're still, oh, wait a minute. Actually, it has set. Yes, I think that's a fruit set. So we got one there, which is good. All right, Eugenia squamosa is doing pretty good in its new location. It's sending out a lot of growth, which is great. Kwaimuk, sending out new growth, going well. No issues at all. And the other coffee tree over here is doing good as well, so it's sending out growth too. All right, bananas, we're going bananas. This one has actually fallen down completely. Only being supported by two other bananas, but there's its rack right there. The other rack, the red Dakar, just waiting for them to ripen up. As I've said previously in some other videos, I'm going to remove some of these bananas. They're just, they're too much. Now this one I'm quite excited by, guys. This is a wax jambu. Supposed to be a purple variety or a dark skin variety. And we've got our first flowers. Woohoo! I think they're flowers, or maybe they're even fruit set. I don't know. Maybe it's already flowered. There's some first flowers there. It looks like there's some more coming there. If I look elsewhere, can I see any? Not at this moment, but the good thing is that it started to flower, and I think that's because I opened this area up and I got rid of this big banana there, and just now it's getting a lot more light, so it's doing really well. I'm quite happy about that wax jambu. Again, another one that is a first time fruiter, so something new to try. The white sapote, look, it's doing okay. Still the fruit really kind of small, to be honest. They're not big, are they? So it's doing okay, and it does have this really droopy growth habit. You know, it sends out a new shoot like this, then that shoot just folds over like that. I think that's how it stays dwarf, but for me, I don't love the growth habits. I'll see how this goes. I can always graft something else onto it, or just let the seedling grow if I don't like it. The Grimmel, large leaf jaboticaba, no flowers, but it is sort of sending out a bit of new growth. I do have to mow the lawns, guys. That's this afternoon's job. Patanga tuber is going okay. Nothing really to report. No flowers at this stage. But where we are getting some flowers is on this guy. Again, my memory is not great today. We did obviously a 9-hour flight back from Japan, but we had another internal flight before that, so I'm a little hazy today. So this one, I'll put the name up on the screen as well. It's that cherry kind of variety. And this is the Florida sweet variety, I'm pretty sure. That's a Eugenia anyway. All right, moving on. Won't forget this one. This is, of course, Rollinia. Again, lots of flowers starting up. So quietly confident that maybe we'll get some fruit set on this one and maybe get some decent fruit. We'll see. Soursop is in the ground over here. It is starting to send out some new growth, which is great. So I'd say so far it seems to be liking its new location. This is quite protected in here, so I think it's going to do okay. Oh, I just stepped on that, didn't I? This is the Myoga ginger, the Japanese ginger where you harvest the flowers. So that's in there. It's starting to shoot out again. All right, the red cherry guava, sending out lots of flowers, which is fantastic. We might actually get a decent crop. This will be the first decent crop if we get some good fruit set. And then we've got the yellow one, which I've planted next to it, and that's sending out some new shoots, which is good. Jackfruit back here. It's doing okay. It's starting to grow a bit. This is a seedling. It's doing well. Peanut butter fruit. Yeah, look, it's doing quite well. Nothing to report flower-wise yet. It's doing all right. The Erdon Lee lychee, it's doing okay. Hasn't done too much, to be honest. There is either flowers or fruit set or something going on there, but not much really, to be honest. A few more there. So maybe it will start picking up and grow soon. Canistel's doing well. Lots of new growth coming on the Canistel, which is great. Happy to see that. I think Canistel might be a winner here, I think, in our climate. If not, I do have the Lucuma to replace it with, if not. So, and the Lucuma seems to have no trouble whatsoever here. I may plant that anyway, somewhere. That's the question, where? Where? Another rack up here. Blue Java. And we've got another one over here. This one I thought would have been ripening or being close to ripe by the time we got back, but not yet. Sorry about the plane noise, guys, can't be helped. Okay, Bernica, Black Sapote, sending out new growth. I picked 4 of these off the tree yesterday, and I've got a few more still to come. They're decent size, all right. There's enough in them to make it worthwhile. So, still a few more of those. You obviously pick those when the calyx turns up. In here we've got the Atherton raspberry, still giving us a few fruit. That was quite sweet, that one. Sometimes they're not great. Suriname cherry, there's one fruit set there. I don't have many others at the moment. This is in a pot, but it's a very thirsty plant, so we'll see how that goes. I was going to say pawpaw, but we all know this is papaya. It's a southern red. And this is the red RB4 hybrid. So they're sending out new growth and seem to be doing okay. Sugarcane there. And we have Anona Montana. Montana. Why can't I talk? Anona Montana. There we go. Mountain soursop. Again, it's sending out new growth. So it's doing well. The cha-cha is sending out new growth. No sign of flowering though, which I was kind of hopeful maybe we would get some flowers this year, as I am every year, to be honest. But there's still time. There's still time this season. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, this one's flowered too. This banana. I don't know what it is, but that's a decent bunch up there. This was given to me in the swap, so I don't know what variety is. They weren't sure either. Avocado is kind of sitting there, not doing much, just chilling. Not dying, not living. So I don't know. That's the worst variety? No, worst. All right, hood pear graft is taken. That's great. I've got another bud graft I did down here too. And get past the leaves to show you. There you go. I'll tidy that up, failure up later. But there was no flowers at all this year, so yeah. Well, I haven't. It hasn't flowered at all for me yet. Ooh, look at that. Yuck. Aphids. They like the new growth on the achacha. Okay. Jujube, the leaf variety, is trying to send out heaps of flowers again. And I am going to pull the fruit off this year because it needs to start focusing on growth and becoming a tree with branches rather than a twig that drops its branches after fruiting. So I'll try to heed my own advice this year. Green sapote in a pot's doing pretty well. Another one I want to try and put in the ground somewhere. Had the attack of the stink bugs over here on the lemon, lime, well, multi-grafted citrus really. So I had quite a few stink bugs on and I removed a portion of them the other day, but I'd say there's probably more hiding somewhere. This one is the only one that doesn't have a, it's not irrigated, so it was left to fend for itself, where the rest of the garden I've got in irrigation and automatic timers and whatnot. So it took a step backwards, I think, whilst I was away, but still doing all right. This mulberry I've let grow, and I will just cut it back down under the steps there at the end of the season once it finishes fruiting. But these are nice black mulberries. Not bad. All right, come along here. So this is what I did with the side alley while I was away. Put all these plants that are in pots, and they're all covered by that one sprinkler in the middle, which is on the automatic watering system. It's got a few things going on here. This is the abiu. It took a step back when I took it outside and I potted it up, but it seems to be doing okay now. This one's exciting. This is Eugenia piriformis by Latescens, and it's popping out a heap of flower buds. Even though it's small, I'll try and lift it up here so you get a better view of it. It's small, but it's quite happily growing in this pot. It's the trunk size there, and I'm kind of hopeful that maybe I'll get a fruit. That'll be cool. What else? There's got a Eugenia here. This is lemon drop mangosteen. This one lived inside over winter. These are actually quite sensitive Garcinia, so it didn't do that well. Well, it had some friends. I had about 2 other ones, and didn't do that well outside. The cacao, look, this guy really copped it, which is a shame because it was growing so well inside. It's still green. I've checked the trunk before. It's still green. This guy copped it a bit as well, but did better than the other one. That's all right. This one's done really well since coming outside. Clavia matacara. It's doing okay. Nengapire. It's a Eugenia. I forget the specific scientific name. There's another Nengapire there. They're doing well. Yellow Jaboticaba is doing all right. Again, it's got some kind of deficiency. Need to deal with that. Oka. It's really sprung up since I've been away. It's in a pot right now, but doing really cool. Really good plant. All right. What else is going on here? I can show you. Got white sapote there. A few other. Lots of apples have flowered this year. Again, a lot of new ones. Some of these will form in pots, so they'll do okay. This is a red variety of apple. Got a Croatian one over here. This is again Rosie Manella, which I haven't tried yet, so I'm really keen to try it, and it's set fruit. Yeah, just a lot of different varieties of apples which have flowered and fruited this year, which is kind of cool. This is Anna. Got that in a pot, and that's doing really well. Got these blueberries too. Decent size. I'm not ready yet. I picked a few of these last night. They're quite large and juicy. Right. Yeah, that's what I want to show you. The longan is flowering in the pot. How cool is that? It's a marcot somebody gave me. A few weeds in there. So it's flowering. Might get some fruit set. That'd be kind of cool. Really cool. All right, so that's the back alley. Got these guavas here. I was hoping they might flower, but not yet. Not yet. The Jaboticabas over there. They're doing right. No flowers. Right, this is my bougainvillea on the side of the house in full bloom, which I think looks amazing. Right, I'll take you to the front. It's my bay tree. Marcotted bay tree is doing well. All right, mangoes in full flower, setting fruit. The bambaroo. Again, I'll probably remove the fruit again to let it focus on growth. A few cars, guys. Can't be helped. This is a macadamia, a mini maca variety. Lovely new red growth. Pomegranate, heaps of flowers. A few fruit set as well. This one always does quite well, this tree. The wonderful pomegranate. It's doing great. The mulberry, I was worried that I'd lose a lot of the crop being away, but it stayed on. We got lots of red mulberries here. Red Chatut, here's one just picked. Really sweet, really delicious. How cool was that? Lots of them. So yeah, the fruit set does improve with age and with appropriate watering during fruit set as well. So they look so good. Delicious. Look at these buggers on the citrus. Right, this is another one. Damn stink bugs. So yeah, we got some fruit set here on the orange. I need to sort out these stink bugs, I tell you what. So that's doing all right. Cherry. Look, here's my gigantic cherry harvest. That's it, guys. 4. I had one yesterday, but it had fruit fly in it. So what do you do? What do you do? So anyway, here's the other cherry, which is covered by the grape at the moment. The grape's flowering quite well. Might actually get some decent harvest of grapes this year. As is the persimmon, the Fuji fruit. The Fuji fruit's got a lot of fruit set on it as well, and doing absolutely fantastic. So very happy with this tree. It's I know some people have trouble with them, but for me, this tree has been no fuss. Very easy one to look after and to fruit. And the dwarf macadamia as well. There you go. All right. Some flowers. There's my bougainvillea. Have a look at that. That's quite stunning, isn't it? Just a sea of red. All right, so I will show you some pictures from Japan, including the wasabi farm at the end now. So the wasabi farm was in a place called Azumino, which is near Matsumoto, a very rural area. We tried wasabi ice cream amongst other things, and you can see they grew the wasabi underneath these shade cloths, this black shade cloth. So they basically rediverted a natural spring water, and moved that natural spring water in streams alongside the wasabi. It was a cool climate area, So I don't think wasabi would do too great where I am, but the spring water naturally sort of moved alongside these small mounds where the wasabi grew. And they reckon out of 10 days, you want almost 7 days shade to grow wasabi well. So that was a cool place. We also went to an area, or drove through an area called Shinano, which has a lot of famous apples for Japan anyway. We tried the Shinano Dolce, I think it was called, or Ronano Dolce, and also Akibe. So both were really nice apples. The Shinano Dolce was probably the sweeter one. There's a hint in the name, I suppose. But there was a lot more growing in that region as well. So I'll put a poster up of that too. So, oh well, thanks guys, and look, hope your garden is also going great, and we'll do another video soon. Bye for now.